Hello everyone, this is the Paradox Engine, and today we want to talk to you about 10 cards that we find rather interesting in Bloomburrow. But before anything, we have one honorable mention. It's 3-Tree City reads its legendary land as 3-Tree City enters, choose a creature type. Tap, add a colorless. Play 2, tap, choose a color. Add an amount of mana of that color equal to the number of creatures you control of the chosen type. I've been reading a lot of controversy around this card. It seems good. Other people say it's bad. I honestly don't know how to actually look at it. I can see it working for things that can create massive amounts of tokens, like elves or merfolks or cats. But humans will go bonkers with this card. But overall, it seems like it's very, very focused on the kindred mechanic, so it won't typically be super useful outside of kindred style decks that have massive potential to create wide boards. In Commander, that is pretty simple to do. The issue is what happens when you get board wiped. It basically loses all function and just taps for a colorless. But continuing on, for our number 10, I have been looking at this card for a bit, and it seems flavorful. It's Lunar Convocation for 1 white and 1 black. It's an enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained and lost life this turn, create a 1/1 black bat creature token with flying. Pay 1 and a black, pay 2 life, draw a card. I see this as a small draw engine in exchange for your life, and as a really good piece in aristocrat style decks where you have things like Silverport Cutthroat, Blood Priest, Mirkwood Bats, stuff like that. Things that will allow you to trigger it at least once, where you can sacrifice something, trigger those, and continue. Thus creating more bodies so you can sacrifice those bodies to continue perpetuating the motion of it. The only downside I see is that it only happens once for 2 mana, and then you can just pay 2 mana and 2 life to just draw cards. It is potentially a good source of drawing power. It's a little bit slow, but I can see it being used in Casual Commander a lot, as it seems amazing. For number 9, we have Starfall Invocation. Sorcery. 3 and 2 whites. Gift a card. If you don't know what gift is, you may promise, it reads like this. You may promise an opponent a gift as you cast a spell. If you do, they draw a card before its other effects. Therefore, when you gift something, in this case, it would be a card. It reads, destroy all creatures. It's, for 5 mana, it's a very generic board wipe. What we are interested in is the gift section, which reads, if the gift was promised, return a creature card put into your graveyard this way to the battlefield under your control. So not only are you eliminating the board state, you're also basically reanimating your best tool. In my opinion, that is rather good in Casual Commander. I think it might start seeing more play because of it. Eliminating things like Fabricate, what's the other one? I keep forgetting all the other generic board wipes. Maybe it could replace Wrath of God. Whatever. You know what I mean. It seems decent for what it is. And for Casual Commander, I can see this card going a mile and beyond. For number 8, Kitza, Otter Ball Elite, 1 and a blue. Legendary creature, Otter Wizard, has vigilance and prowess. You can tap it, draw a card, then discard a card. You can also pay 2 and tap it and copy instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Activate only if Kitza's power is 3 or greater. The reason this card is so down on my list is because of that simple clause. I can imagine this in a flicker deck, so you can copy your flickers I can imagine this in a dockside kind of loop where you can bounce your dockside and just copy the spell to rebounce dockside and just keep on bouncing it, like a cheaper version of Curio. Or you can just copy another person. No, you can copy your counterspell in case someone else tries to counterspell your thing, your win condition or something like that. It seems like a really cool thing to do. You can also copy a removal spell. It seems like a cool card, and I'm trying to find ways to break it. You can also copy like your Beseech the Mirrors or your Demonic Tutors, right? But if you find a way to break this card, please let me know in the comments below, because I am really interested to see how far we can push this specific otter. But it seems really, really cool. I'd love to see what it can do. For number 7, we have a Glarb Calamity's Augur. Legendary creature, frog, wizard, noble, for a black, a green, and a blue. It's just Sultai. It has Death Touch. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may play lands and cast spells with mana value 4 or greater from the top of your library, and then you can tap Surveil 2. It's a 2/4. I kind of want to say this is good. I kind of want to see what people can play and build with it. It's a very early Sultai commander, which we haven't seen in a while, and I can sort of see it as a Reanimator deck or a Lands Matter decks, like a Landfall commander, or maybe in the 99 of Voltrotha, if that ever sees play again. But I can definitely see this card being part of a toolbox set, you know? Either be it, as I said, a lands, but I'm mostly interested in the thing that says, and cast spells with mana value 4 or greater. In cEDH, we don't see a lot of good things in that mana range, unless it's like Crom, or that's already in the command zone, or like barely anything, maybe Beseech the Mirror and stuff like that. But I kind of want to see where this deck can go. Hopefully it just becomes, as I said, a toolbox commander, and I can see a lot of value in it. For number 6, Helga, Skittish Seer, another frog, legendary creature, frog druid, for a green, a white, and a blue. It's a banned only. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value 4 or greater, you may draw a card, gain 1 life, and put a +1/+1 counter on Helga's Skittish Seer. Tap it and add X mana of any color where X is Helga Skittish Seer's power. Spend this mana only to cast creature spells with mana value 4 or greater, or creature spells with X in their mana abilities. So this is another peculiar deck where I don't know why they just didn't give Glarb and Helga a partner so they can partner up and be together, because they seem to work off each other perfectly well, and that's why they're both in right next to each other. But I can see this being more part of the Omnath combo, like Omnath, the 4-color Omnath deck or something like that. I think it's gonna see a lot more play there, but we'll see. I truly do believe Glarb and Helga should have been partners, and that would have been perfect. For number 5, I chose Ral Crackling Wit. For 2, a blue, a red, legendary planeswalker, Ral. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a loyalty counter on Ral Crackling Wit. +1, create a 1/1 blue and red otter creature with token with prowess. -3, draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards. -10, draw 3 cards. Get an emblem with instant and sorcery spells you cast have Storm. This, I am thinking that it might see more play on Casual Commander. On 1,000 Storm Enchantment, that Storm deck that I keep seeing in casual tables. Or we might, if it sees cEDH play, I will be completely enamored with it in a Underworld Breach kind of situation, because it's just going to be amazing to get double procs for your treasure enablers and for other effects like that. I think it might be great, but we'll see what time says. It is a bit early to say, but I can see this card being really fun and really cool, just for the fact that it gives your instant and sorceries Storm. For number 4, Dawn's Truce. 1 in a white instant. Gift a card. We already talked about what gift is, so we're not going to refresh it. But you and your permanents you control gain hexproof until end of turn. That's great. If the gift was promised, permanents you control also gain indestructible until the end of turn. This is basically heroic intervention and a silly reprint of Teferi's protection in a bad way, because it doesn't give you the face out. But it is literally just heroic intervention in white, essentially. I think this card is going to see a lot of play. I think this card is going to be picked up slowly across decks that do not have green and don't have access to heroic intervention specifically, and want those kind of effects to protect their board state and their combo pieces. I really do think this card might see a lot of play. For number 3, it's a commander. It's Igra, Eater of All. 3 black, green. Legendary creature, elemental cat. Ward, sacrifice a food. Other creatures are food artifacts in addition to their other types and have pay 2 and tap. Sacrifice is permanent, you gain 3 life. Whenever a food is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put 2+1/+1 counters on Igra, Eater of All. I see this as a better Shelob, in my opinion. And I've been looking for a food commander just to test out things in Arena. And I think Igra, Eater of All is just so fun to look at and just play. I think I might actually try and build it and see where it goes. It is easy to cast. It is a 6/6 for 5 mana. The ward is a sacrifice of food. How many times do you see a food on your table? Also, the fact that it makes all of your creatures into food artifacts, that is a great potential for so many things. And I'm trying to see where we can break this card. If I just wish we could do Eternal Cat Oven combos or something like that, and it would be amazing. Honestly, I see a lot of value in this card. For number 2, I've seen this card everywhere, and people talking about it eternally. Storm Splitter, 3 and a red. Creature, Otter, Wizard, Haste. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, create a token that's a copy of Storm Splitter. Exile that token at the beginning of the next end step. Can you imagine, in a hypothetical magical Christmas land, that you are just about to win, and you're just short of 1 win condition, and all of a sudden you remember that you have that brain freeze in your graveyard, and you have a couple of other cards that you can just cast to create Storm, and all of a sudden you just create a random army of Storm Splitters through milling yourself and then attacking everyone, or milling everyone and just having the backup to sacrifice Storm Splitter into your Ashnod's Altar or your Phyrexian Altar to create more mana so you can continue creating more brainstorms. I don't know. It seems amazing. It seems fun. I really want to see it play. I really want to see where it goes from here. I really want to see how people break it. I just see it as a funny, I'm just gonna brain freeze. Sorry, it's brain freeze. Holy shit, it's a brain freeze mechanic. I'm sorry. But I think that's gonna be amazingly fun to see. You just sacrifice the Storm Splitter tokens and create more mana and keep doing that, looping it, and then creating pseudo-infinite mana for as long as you can just create more brain freeze copies and just keep going so you can have mana to defend your combo. I see it as an absolute win. And for number 1, I've seen everyone and their mothers talk about this card. It's Maha. It's Feathers Knight. It's a 3 generic, 1 black, 1 black. Legendary creature, elemental bird. Flying, trample, ward, discard a card. Creatures your opponents control have base toughness 1, and it's a 6/5 for 5 mana. This card is beautiful. Say hello to your Meat Hook Massacres being amazingly perfect for 1. Your Toxic Deluges for 1. your the creature that gives -1/-1, legendary creature that used to be a really good, really quote unquote epic bad guy back in the day that gives -1/-1. So many things can be done just through Maha. Get rid of everything because of Maha. And honestly, I think this card is gonna see so much play. It's gonna be perfect. I can't wait to see where this card goes. Please, if you pick up any card, pick this one. I think it's gonna be the breakout star of the set. Well, anyways, that has been the Paradox Engine. If you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. Give us any information that we missed. Maybe we missed something that we didn't see. So, well, yeah, give us any information that you think we missed, and we'll see you on the next video. Goodbye for now.